Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. I miss seeing all you guys. And we're going to start with our third lesson today. It's on the Mongolian Empire, the Mongols. And we're going to get started with our Eagle Scholar for the day. So, what we're looking at is geography, which is usually how we start our lessons. And we're going to describe the geography of the Mongolian steppe and assess the impact of the land on the nomads who live there. So that first Eagle Scholar will be able to is looking at where the Mongols lived, where they came from, and how the nomads lived. What did they do while they were there? The nomads are, if you remember from going back to our first units of the year, nomads are groups of people that wander around. They don't have a permanent home. They move from place to place. And our second one is we're going to analyze the geography of the Mongol Empire and how did their culture help prepare them for conquest. So the Mongolians live a particular lifestyle, which is going to be important in how they are able to conquer other areas that they are eventually going to take over with Genghis Khan. So he's going to be one of the guys we focus on as well today. So let's get started. All right. Just some of the key vocab for the week. We're looking at the steppe, which is a geography term. We're going to look at that. So, a flat area of land. Pastoralist, which is our next vocabulary word. Nomads, you guys should know that's a group that moves around. Clans are groups of people, generally kin, family. Genghis Khan, Marco Polo, and Kublai Khan are both going to be key figures during this time period. And then the last two, Japan invasion and Yuan dynasty, are sort of the conclusion to the unit. So we're going to go to the next page here. So let me move this so you can see. A pastoralist is really a herder, someone who moves around with their animals and makes sure they're fed. So the question is, what resource do these guys have to constantly be looking for? What do the herders constantly need? What is the resource they need to be successful with their livestock? And the answer you would look for is grasslands. They need to constantly move for this grass where their animals can graze. So the Mongols are going to be a group of people that ride horses. They are herders. They are constantly on the move. And let's move on to the map, and I'll give you a rundown of what the region's like and the conditions that they were doing this in. Okay, so this is sort of a look at where Mongolia is located, and when we talk about Mongolia, we talk about it's northern China, and it will be the border of Russia. So it's highly up. It's way up in the northern area. So the weather is pretty extreme. This will give you a good look at where it is now. If you zoom out, you can see that where it's located is it's in Asia, more towards Central Asia, and they're going to have down here in this region, you're going to have the Gobi Desert. All right. And then over here, you have the Himalayan mountains. So there's some of the very natural barriers here, okay? Natural geographic features. Then what you have is the steppe, okay? The Mongolian steppe goes across all the way Asia to Eurasia, and it's this huge flat land. In this particular area, their temperatures range from it could go as low as negative 50 degrees to 100 degrees. So it's really extreme climate. And you think that these are a group of people that don't have permanent homes. So let's just see how much time we have left here. Well, let me just finish this. They don't have permanent homes. They have things called yurts, which are these circular buildings that they put up. They'll live there for a time period. They'll throw basically fur skins over it, and that's where they would sleep. It's kind of like a tent or a teepee, but it's got like a lattice work of wood. So when I say lattice work, it's like pieces of wood that are crisscrossed, and it goes in a circular shape, and then they drape like almost like it would be like a blanket over it, and that's where they would shelter themselves. So pretty harsh conditions. And where they live is actually, if you went to a beach near us, you would go out to the water and you're at sea level. There, what would be close to a mile above sea level. So it's a different elevation, significantly different than what we're used to. So different climate, different weather. It's pretty harsh. Okay. So here's a look at the steppe, the Mongolian steppe, and you can have an idea what this looks like. It's a large, flat area, and you can think about them moving around, what it would look like.